I've been doing this for nearly 9 years now. Turbo is my second police dog. I've had him for 18 months. Prior to that, I worked police dog Thor for just over 7 years. And when he retired 18 months ago, I've taken him on as a pet. So he now no longer lives in the garden. He's vacated that, and Turbo's moved into his kennel, and Thor has now moved inside my house, and he's basically now become a pet and gets to get on the sofa and sleep in a nice warm bed in the kitchen.
I've been a police dog handler since September 2012. Evie's my second dog. The first dog I had, we got to the end of our training course, unfortunately found something medically wrong with him. So in the January I was paired up with Evie, who I've had since then now. Evie's German Shepherd bitch. She's just over 3 years old, predominantly black in colour, and very, very good at a lot of the elements we do. She's very, very intelligent.
I've been a dog handler since December 2012. I did my general course in Surrey, September 2012 to December. My dog's police dog Achilles. He's a 41 kilo German Shepherd. He's currently 3 years old and extremely hard work.
We never know what jobs are going to come in, but our role, or the skill that we can bring to being a police officer, in particular leading up to the Christmas period, is some people start to get a bit melancholy, a bit depressed from memories or whatever happened, and sometimes they might want to take their own lives, wander off somewhere. We can be utilised, or the dog, as I can say, can be utilised in that capacity. They've got very sensitive noses, and providing we've got a particular search area, we can let the dogs either off the lead in what we call an open search capacity, search that area much quicker than officers on the ground using their eyes can, or if it's the person's wandered off quite recently, we'll stick a harness on them and the dog will follow the footprint scent of that person.
Obviously we attend loads of different incidents as dog handlers, but especially around Christmas time people drink a lot more. There's a lot more Christmas parties. We've had a couple of incidents already this last weekend gone. The dogs come into their own when there's large groups of people around. Officers are stretched when there's not enough of them. They need something to move a large crowd on, or even control and contain a crowd, or even just one violent individual. We can use the dogs and deploy them as long as it's safe to do so and it's justified and proportionate and necessary to control that crowd, push them back, pacify them, loads of different things.
Because the dogs live at home with us, they take up a huge part of your life. Everyone knows when they sign up to becoming a dog handler that it's a big commitment. It's not just your 9 to 5. You finish work, you go home, you take your outfit, your suit, your uniform off. You still have continued care. They are part of the family. We go out for walks as part of a family with a dog. She needs to have a regular exercise as well. It keeps us active. Obviously, between that and all the feeding, the exercise and training as well that we do training in our own time as well. So they're quite a big part of your life. It is a big commitment. It's like having an extra child.
When the dog's due for retirement, which predominantly is around when the dog reaches 7 or 8 years old, they're still quite healthy and fit at that time, but the legs may start to show signs of wear and tear, and we want to give the dog some sort of quality of life in retirement. So when they reach 7 or 8, the handler's approached and asked, are they in a position, would they like to retire the dog as a pet to them? Depending on the handler's situation, if they're not able to take them on, then we'll look to rehome them. Again, we have to be sensible, and it has to be to a suitable home, perhaps to a retired police officer, or certainly someone that's had experience working with large dogs, because they don't necessarily automatically turn the off switch on from being a working dog. So we have to be quite careful. And normally there's never been a situation where we haven't been able to rehome a dog or for it to retire to the handler.
Because the dogs live at home with us, you do get attached to them. You are told from when you start that they are just a piece of equipment, and at the end of the day you spend more time with them than you do with your families. And obviously then when you're at home as well, it's very difficult when the dog's out in the kennels not to just pop out and spend as much time as you want. They do need the rest, but yeah, we all spend as much time as we can with our dogs as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All 3 dogs have got massive big personalities. Being a working dog, they obviously think they're a lot bigger and bolder than every other dog out there. They're very, very confident, and you do bond with your dog, especially strong. It's like having another child. You look after them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're permanently with us, on duty, off duty. So it is just like another child.